Welcome back to the channel. My name is Rob, and in today's video we're going to be going over probably one of the best welcome series flows that I have seen to date. And I've gone through hundreds of e-commerce brands welcome series flows, but this one stands out, and I'm going to show you exactly why. And I can guarantee you that this brand is probably making a decent amount of money and conversions off of cold traffic from just this one flow alone. So in this video, I'm going to show you why it's working so well and how you can implement this into your brand today. So let's hop right into the computer and let's get into it. So the brand that we're going to be talking about today is a company called Uppbeat. Now I stumbled across their brand probably a couple weeks ago, and I landed on their page and I was like, wow, their website is beautiful. It looks very high converting. It's very on brand. You can tell exactly what the feel they're going for. It looks fun. It looks exciting. It really makes you want to buy their product. So I was like, I'm a little interested. What kind of welcome series flow do they have? Because some of these brands that I look into, I'll sign up for their email list and I won't receive any sort of, welcome series at all. So I was just curious to see, what kind of email list that I would, what kind of welcome series that I would get. And to my surprise, this is probably one of the best welcome series that I have ever seen. So let me go ahead and show you. So we're in my email, and this is the first email that you see. So, the subject line is important. So the subject line is welcome to the Haas party. It's fun, it's exciting, it gets you, excited to be a part of this brand. So that's number one. The subject line makes you want to open it. So as I did, I went and opened it, and this is what I had to see. The colors are bright and vibrant to start off. That catches my eye. They make use of a great GIF. I've seen a lot of e-commerce brands implementing GIFs into their email marketing, and it's performed very well for them. It really drives the eye to pay attention of what's going on the screen instead of something that's a little bit more bland with a still image. So it's good to always throw a little GIF in there, change it up a little. Don't overdo it, obviously, but have some fun with it. Like I've been saying in my videos, have fun. It's your brand, and really tell your story. So now let's get right into the copy. Now, in order to sign, on their sign up form, their offer was 10% off if you sign up for their email list. So as you can see here, they're following up on their promise. They're giving us a dynamic coupon code, which is very good to use. So I recommend every brand using a dynamic coupon code. It gets your customers to engage, and it gets them not to kind of send it to other people. By them signing up to your email list, that's they're giving you some sort of value, and you're providing them with some other value, and that's going to be the coupon code. So right off the bat, the copy is amazing. It answers, 4 questions. Who am I? What is granola butter? And what to expect and hungry for more. So first, who am I? So it's putting a face to the brand. So I'll just read it briefly. It says, I'm Ali, founder of Uppbeat. After struggling with food and body issues for over a decade, it became my mission to bring the fun back into eating, and granola butter was born. So right off the bat, she's identifying a couple pain points that she had in order to make this brand. And those pain points could be something, as her customers could have, driving that pain point so, people who interact with this brand can really connect with her. It's, like I said, it's also putting a face. So now I know, who's behind the face of this brand, who's making all this magic happen. I can really connect with Ali now. Now the second line they have is, what is granola butter? And honestly, I don't know what granola butter is, so let's go ahead and find out. Granola butter is the first ever spreadable granola. Wild, right? It has a texture of nut butter, but tastes like oatmeal cookies. Drizzle it on fruit, slather it on toast, faceplant right into the jar, just get weird with it. Now the copy is amazing. It's fun, it's exciting, and it tells me, and it educates me what is granola butter. I had no idea what granola butter is. I probably could have made a guess, but they, defined it right there for me. So I know exactly what product they're selling, who they are, and now let's see what we can expect from this brand. Over the next week, I'll share some ups and downs of our journey. Each email will be an episode like a reality show. I promise it'll be anything but boring. Now, when I read this, I was like, okay, this could be exciting because I've never seen it done before. So I'm anticipating the next follow-up emails. And what this is going to do, it's going to drive her open rates and her engagement. So more people are going to start engaging in the brand, and they're going to be anticipated to interact and engage with her emails, which helps deliverability, helps conversion rates, and most importantly, it helps your revenue. So as we scroll, they have another use of a gift here. They're keeping it fun and sweet. And then here's what's really cool. Right here, she says, if you have any feedback, questions, or concerns, email me directly. And she leaves her personal email. She has an open line of communication for her customers to be like, tell her what they thought of her product, if they have any questions or concerns, as she said. So this opens up an open communication and transparent brand. So it makes you feel like you're, one email away or one contact away from reaching out to the owner or the founder of this amazing brand that you're about to fall in love with. Let's pay attention to the subject line again. So we were expecting that first email was episode 1. So we got episode 1. We know it's episode 1. And it's saying how it all began. So so what I'm guessing is this is gonna be, her story of how she got to the point where she's at now. And that's what it is. The headline is the granola butter story. I won't read through this all, but I just want to go through exactly how she's telling a story and how it's unique. And I don't see many brands actually storytelling. Storytelling is what captivates audiences and brings them in for more. And in the long term, it's going to build you a brand rather than just selling a product right there. And this is what I've had to learn in my own business is a lot of people in my space, in the social media marketing space, what they want to do is just sell right up front without even building any sort of relationship. They're trying to go to marriage before even having any sort of relationship. So what this is good to take, and you can apply this to other businesses, is building a relationship, building a story over a long period of time is probably going to be your best bet for sustainability and overall growth. So as we scroll through this, she has a picture of her and her product. And now she's talking about an eating disorder recovery. So she's addressing a pain point that she had to get her to start this brand. And she's even sharing pretty personal, photos of her, it looks like, in the hospital, struggling with multiple eating disorders. And she's showing, that she decided to create her own product. And this is, how it started, how we began. So, just off, not even reading the copy, just kind of glancing over it, she's sharing a very personal image of herself. And she's showing, this is where I was, and this is why I started. So off the bat, I'm like, okay, I can feel for you, I can connect with you. And that's the main goal, and that's gonna be the overall theme within these episodes that she sends to us. So let's move on to episode 2. All right, so episode 2, she's already set up her subject line, so it doesn't make it too hard for her to create these, pickup lines. They don't need to be witty or clever. She already said, over the next couple weeks, I'm gonna share with you, our journey and how we got here. So in this email, it's meet the team, pretty self-forward. We're gonna go ahead and meet the other members of her team who have made, Oathos possible. And as I said in the very first email, it's always, you're putting a face to the brand. I know who, now I'm gonna be able to figure out, who's behind this brand, who's the ones that make this brand so special and a brand that I can fall in love with. So squad is the headline. Say hello to our founding team. So she show right here, she's saying, Eric and I both went to UC Berkeley and started dating our senior year of college. We both followed the traditional path of moving to San Francisco and working in tech and really enjoyed it. So when she created her recipe in San Francisco, she never expected to leave her full-time job and create her own company. And this is cool. You can see back in 2017, they were in Paris, and this is their first, photo together. So, again, it's all about the brand. It's all about giving a behind-the-scenes peek into how this company got here and what they stand for, who they are. And she's sharing very raw photos of early recipes. Look, she's even testing it in her parents' garage. It's like I said, it gives a behind the scenes peek of how Oathos got here, and then like I said, it's telling a story. So let's go to the next one. So now she's gonna share with us, her first iterations of her product. So back in so as always, everything's on brand, as you can tell. I see a lot of emails there, every email looks totally different. You're like, is this from the same brand? I'm not sure. So it's good to keep a holistic approach and a unified approach to the way that your emails look. Now, every time I see this blue and red and this cool design, I know it's from Oathos. I don't even have to think about it. It's all about the branding. So now she's telling us her first iteration. So it looks like, in 2017, this was their first creation of the product. As they kept refining it and getting a little bit better and testing, grew to here. Now it's looking like this. And then now this is where they're at now. In 2021, they had a rebrand to Oathos. So I didn't know, They actually went by a different company called Queen. Now they've rebranded to Oha, so it's totally different. Someone might have been, you know, a customer of their previous branding, but maybe they didn't know that they rebranded. So this is a little nice to see that, you know, we rebranded. It's always good to say, you know, tell your customer base that you rebrand, because if you just show them a new product or new branding, they might not know who you are. So as again, stay tuned for tomorrow where I share our manufacturing story and it gets juicy. So she's like hinting excitement and stay tuned. Like now I'm anticipating these next emails. So let's go to episode 4. And I'll just kind of fly by these a little bit quicker because, you know, a lot of them are the same, but the overall trends that I want to hit are that she's storytelling, she's giving a face to the brand, and she's sharing her personal journey with her customers that allows them to really connect with the brand. So this is their manufacturing story. Again, a bunch of raw photos. Like you don't need to have these super branded photos with these cool designs. Like yes, there's a time and place for that, but there's also a time and place to show, you know, behind the scenes look. So, you know, they're in their warehouse, maybe distribution center. That's the team. You know, these are the ingredients that go into how it's made, so you can see exactly how this product is made if you're really big on, you know, what ingredients or how it's processed. She's given an inside look on how to do that. And once again, leading us to where we are today, more in tomorrow's email. So she's telling us, be on the lookout for tomorrow's email. So I know tomorrow I'm going to get an email from her, and I'm probably going to open it and interact with that. So here's episode 5. So it looks like they moved from San Diego to Philly. So they're chugging along in San Diego, steadily outgrowing. Growth continues, need more space, and they search for their next facility. So they're showing, all right, you know, after a couple years in San Diego, they started to grow, and they outgrew their space. So they're showing you the progression of, you know, where they started, you know, the issues that they ran into, and now that they're growing, they have to move into a bigger manufacturing space. So again, raw photos, it's showing behind the scenes. It makes it very personable. Also, one thing to mention on these emails is that you can see the sender, who it's coming from. It's directly from her. Well, the email is probably, you know, their main newsletter, but it says her name. So she introduced us as Ali in the first email. So now I know the founder is Ali. So now I'm getting personable emails from her. So that's a good tip to use. So sometimes in your emails you can just have, you know, your brand name, but sometimes it's good to say, you know, Ali from Othos or Ali Bonar. So where are we at? So this is the final email, and this is kind of the encompassing of the full story that she told within these emails. So where we are today, you know, since their launch in 2018, not much has changed. We still work hard as hell and still think outside the box, and we don't take ourselves too seriously. And you can tell that within, you know, how fun these emails are, how bright the colors are, you know, how, you know, they look a little goofy. It's humorous, right? So the reason I want to show you this welcome series today, because it does one thing that I don't see many e-commerce brands doing, and they don't put enough emphasis on, is that it's telling a story. It's telling, you know, who is Othos, what do they do, what are their morals, what are their goals, you know, how did they get here, what is the product made out of. It's very educational. It's not selling. It's selling, but it's like subliminal selling. Like I'm now buying the brand. I'm buying Ali because I got to connect with her over these emails, and that's gonna be a much easier sell for you, and it's gonna be a better sustainable and long-term growth for you as well, because your customers are gonna fall in love with your brand and not just the product. It's not just a transaction over the email. So some things to take away is, you know, try to tell a story in your first couple emails, so your welcome series. And the reason for this is the first impression someone is getting with your brand, the first line of communication they're ever receiving from your brand before they buy a product, before anything like that. So it's important that you have a great first impression, and you're not overselling too much. The only time they really even sold in this was they gave us the 10% offer that we signed up for. So just, you know, tell your story, put a face to the brand. You know, not on the screen I can see, you know, who's the face behind this brand, who makes all the magic happen. So I think this is probably one of the better welcome series that I've ever seen, and I think it's very important that other brands, you know, take this. And I just want to, you know, show this to you guys so you guys have some ideas that you guys can use in your welcome series down the road. And that I hope you found this video valuable and insightful, and if there's any other videos that you want to see in the future, let me know. And as always, make sure you like, subscribe, and turn on post notifications, and I will see you guys in the next one.